Hi, this is a story from Dave. We're in suburbia. You'll hear all the noises of people doing their gardening on a lovely autumn afternoon. There's Mr Jasper the cat. Hello, pussycat. Come to join us. The cats often like to be involved with my stories. Anyway, I want to tell you a story about Dave's shed. Yeah, the famous Dave's shed. Look, it's interesting because actually Dave's shed is a car garage. Yeah. Now we out the front of our, and I'm in it, out the front of our house, have this whopping big 4-car carport. This is like front door area in the house and whopping big car park you find out the front. I'll tell you the story about the front of the house because that's actually an extension. It's very hard to tell. That's an extension, this front of this house, on the original house. But anyway, let's go for a walk. I want to show you something. I've got a car garage. Well, we have a car garage. There's never been a car in it. Hey, what? You've got a garage for a car that's never had a car in it? How's that possible? Well, I'll show you. Let's go for a bit of a walk. Have a look at this. So this is the famous or infamous Dave's shed. Have a look at this. It's got this whopping big roller door out the front. But you'll notice something very interesting. Where is the bottom of the garage door? It's about 2 foot off the ground. There's no ramps. There's nothing. There is no way in the world that you can get a car in the garage. It's just not possible. In fact, there's evidence to suggest, and I would trust this, there's actually never been a car in this garage. It's been a workshop. It's been a toy place, play place. The guy who owned the place and built the place was an avid woodworker, so that was his woodwork shop. Now it's at the right height to be a loading dock, and I've in the van days we used to back the van up here, load stuff in and out, and on the back of the truck it's the perfect height. But that's about it. There's no way in the world you can get a car in there to work on it. And the reason is, it wasn't designed to be a garage. Although it's a garage, and on the plans it's a garage, and it was built as a garage, no, it was a workshop. How about that? That's fantastic. Anyway, we'll have a look at this. Got a few projects out the front here that I'm working on. But yeah, there's, look. When we took over the place, it was even carpeted. Yeah, you don't put a car on carpet. But anyway, so that's the story of the garage, or now, as we call it, Dave's shed, that's actually never had a car in it in its life. Don't know how many garages there are out there that can probably make that claim. Wonder if we should be in Guinness Book of Records or something. But anyway, so that's the famous shed. Now, one interesting fact about this shed, which I'll tell people, it's actually made out of recycled materials. The whole shed. Yeah, Dave's shed. Yeah. Back in the 60s. We know that from the neighbours that, yeah, he built this himself, Mr Muir, but he built it out of leftovers and bits and pieces and recycled it. The roof trusses are actually from another completely different building that he's brought up here and built this shed. Anyway, so that's the famous shed. Don't forget there are videos about the shed and what goes on it that you can look for on YouTube, but they are. That's an interesting story about the shed that you may not have known, or I've never told you. But it's a garage that's never had a car in it. Anyway, catch you later when we talk about another story from Dave's house. This is an add-on to the shed story because we actually have 3 sheds on the property. Monty Pythons, the reference here. I don't want people to start calling me Free Sheds Jackson. But as well as the shed, which was actually a workshop, but was a shed, because it was a workshop, you then, because the owners were avid gardeners, they also had a gardening shed. It's a little bit disorganised inside, so I won't show you, but in that shed it's set up for gardening, so it has benches and storage and all that. So we have the garden shed. Yeah, so they have the workshop shed and a garden shed, because a workshop is a workshop and it's not for gardening stuff. Now, I said there were 3 sheds on the place, and okay, let's go for a little bit wander. This, oh look, the greenhouse, it's not a shed, but up the back here, lo and behold, trip over the stuff in the garden. There we go. There is the 3rd shed.